Hey, 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 it's Josie here in Women Who Lead with Heart, coming on for my sometimes Sunday Night Live, which means I go live in this group sometimes on Sundays, almost every Sunday. And today's topic is three simple ways you can increase your leadership confidence in an instant, with like a bonus tip or two in there. Now, I want to say this is going to be very elementary, but don't discard the training just because it's simple, thinking that it can't have significant impact on how you think and believe of yourself as a leader. You ready to dig in? Okay, so the very first thing I wanted to say about leadership is we want to realize that not every type of leader is the same. I like to say it's like a mountaintop with many different paths to the top. The summit is exemplary leadership. The summit is effective leadership. The summit is someone we want to follow. But the path to get to the top can be very multivarious. It could be very different depending on the individual. And I want you to first see how this is true around you. Notice the different types of leaders that you see in your life, whether they're business leaders like small business owners, whether they're entrepreneurs, whether they have their own company, whether they're a really good manager. Notice the different ways that people can be effective. You might think to yourself of a certain type of leader who is very calm in crisis, very serene, very thoughtful. They could be very introspective, wise, somebody who's even slow to act, someone who's careful with their speech. That can be a type of leader, which can be very different than somebody else who's also effective but is spirited and popular. Somebody who loves to shake hands and meet people, somebody who's magnetic and energetic, somebody who's persuasive, perhaps a powerful speaker, somebody who's compelling. These are two totally different styles of leadership, but each can be effective, and that's your first lesson, is to see that not every effective leader is effective in exactly the same way. So this is an encouragement for you. If you get down on yourself thinking, oh, I wish I were more eloquent. I wish I were more calm. I wish I were better with this type of skill. I wish my interpersonal skills were better. I wish I was more analytical or book smart. Whatever it is that you beat yourself up with how you're lesser than, I want you to first see that you can be introverted, quiet, you can be not good at public speaking. You can be thoughtful, serious, analytical, not very public, not very social, not with tons of people skills, and still lead well. It's not about making yourself a certain type of archetype. We just want to enhance the leadership that you have available to you. Similarly, if we go on this side, you can be extroverted, you can be a relationship-based good communicator, and this person can also be beating themselves up thinking they wished that they had more confidence, or they compare themselves to others, or they do twisted things like people please, or compare themselves to others and feel like they come up short. So your very first lesson in this small short training is to see that there are multiple ways to the top of the mountain, and your way works. That's one. Number two is for you to see your strengths objectively. What are you good at? Really get into that. What what are the common compliments that you receive? What do you hear all the time? What do people say about you, to you? Or what do you see in performance reviews? You want to really see these frequent compliments, these echoes in your life, in your world, as truth. They are special, unique reflections of your brand, your way of being. It's easy for us to discount those and think, oh, well, it's not that big a deal. Everybody's like that, or it's just me, it's just how I am. Yes, it is just how you are. And that is actually pretty darn special. Not everyone is just like you. So see your qualities, see your strengths objectively, and really celebrate them. That's your second job. Your third job now is to combine these and see that those strengths are your superpower. When you are being the version of yourself that is easy, natural, second nature, that's the way that you can use to get up to the top of the leadership mountain. It's also your North Star. It's the compass direction that you want to use to guide you so that you know who you are, how you're being, and that no one can ever take those strengths away from you. So if you're really grateful and appreciative for how you're wired, if you're very cognizant and aware for how your strengths are, and you leverage them with gratitude, with a sense of special stewardship. This is you. These are your strengths, and this is your path that you get to be you. That's awesome. So, seeing your strengths objectively and then recognizing them as your superpower, as your own unique path to the top of the mountain, is the third step. And now, the bonus tactic is for you to manage your mind, because the minute you start to live out large, the minute you start to feel bold, the minute you start to feel encouraged and start taking actions thinking like, okay, this is actually how I'm going to be a confident leader, is by using my own strengths, my own natural capabilities. That's going to be my superpower. I guarantee you that right after that, your brain's going to want to argue with you and pull you back down. Just notice that. That's your brain just doing what our brains do. It keeps us safe. Our brains recognize when we're pushing on the outer limits of what's normal or familiar, and it freaks out because it wants us to stay the same and safe. Our brains love safety and it hates double daring. So your brain may argue with your capability and brilliance and do that, yeah, but last time you tried being like that, it didn't work. Or, yeah, but some people say that you should be different. Yeah, but you've gotten feedback this way. Yeah, but other leaders are better. Your brain might crop up all sorts of rebuttal for you being you. And it's your job to just know that your brain wants to keep you small and safe. It wants to keep things the same. It's your job to see that those thoughts your brain is offering you are just arguing for safety and the status quo. It's your job to realize that your thoughts create your mood. And it's your job to realize that you can choose a different thought. That is really your work. All right, so shall we recap? The three lessons that I gave you with the bonus, the first one is just to realize that all different types of leaders can exist. There are many different ways somebody can be a leader. You see it exemplified in all realms of your life. There's not just one way. The second lesson is to see your strengths objectively and know how you're wired and appreciate your own unique ways of getting things done effortlessly in only the way that you can, and know that it's special. The third is for you to really realize that's your superpower, to know that that's exactly who you need to be to get to the top of the mountain, to grow your leadership confidence, to be the leader you want to be, is to actually be more you, not a different, better, twisted version of you. And then your bonus lesson is to manage your mind when your brain wants to pull you back to safety. That's your work. If this is compelling to you, if this feels like this could matter to you, if you feel like this lesson resonates and you want to take it further, you want to really own it for yourself, I am doing a live workshop this coming week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, inside a private Facebook group. You can register at joleader.com and see all the details. It's free, and it's going to give you more expansion and time to exercise some of these concepts, to apply them to your own unique situation so that you can increase your own leadership confidence. And that's what I have for you tonight, ladies. Go well.